I'm going to say something that might upset some people, but it needs to be said. Most folks spend 40 years dreaming about retirement, and then they waste it. They waste the best years they've got left. I've watched it happen to friends, neighbors, people I care about. And I almost made the same mistake myself. Today, I want to share what I learned before it was too late. Morning, everyone. I'm Jim. I'm 67, and I've been retired for about 3 years now. I spent most of my life working in sales, managing accounts, doing what you do. And like most working folks, I thought retirement would just happen, that somehow, magically, I'd know what to do with all that free time. Boy, was I wrong. The first 6 months of my retirement were honestly the most miserable months of my life. And I see the same thing happening to people all around me. Good people, hard workers. They finally get to retire, and then they don't know what to do with themselves. It's heartbreaking, really. Let me tell you about my buddy Frank. Frank and I worked together for 25 years. Great guy, strong as an ox. Always talking about what he'd do when he retired. He was going to travel, learn to fish properly, spend time with his grandkids, maybe take up painting. He looked older, tired. I asked him how retirement was treating him. You know what he said?
Jim, I watch a lot of TV. That hit me hard. That scared me because I realized I was heading down the same path. My first few months retired, I didn't know what to do with myself. I'd wake up, have breakfast, and then what? The hours stretched out forever. I felt useless, lost, like I'd been put out to pasture. We spend our whole working lives structured. We wake up at a certain time. We go to work. We have tasks, responsibilities, people depending on us. We have purpose. Then retirement comes and all that structure disappears. Nobody needs us anymore. No alarm clock, no deadlines, no purpose. And here's the thing nobody tells you. Freedom without purpose is just emptiness. I was free to do anything I wanted, but I had no idea what I wanted to do, so I did nothing, and nothing will kill your spirit faster than anything else. I watched the news. I scrolled on my phone. I took naps I didn't need. The days blurred together. Monday felt like Thursday, felt like Saturday. My wife started getting worried about me. I was worried about myself. One morning, I was sitting in my recliner at 10 a.m., and I thought, is this it? Is this what I worked 40 years for? To sit in a chair and wait to die? That was my rock bottom moment. I called my brother-in-law, Pete. Pete's been retired for 8 years, and he's one of the happiest people I know. Always busy, always got something going on. I said to Pete, how do you do it? How do you make retirement actually good? He laughed and said, Jim, retirement isn't something that happens to you. It's something you build. Just like you built your career your whole life, you gotta build your retirement too. Then he said something I'll never forget. You've got maybe 20 good years left if you're lucky. 20 years where you're healthy enough, strong enough, clear-headed enough to really live. Don't waste them waiting for life to come to you. That conversation changed everything. Pete helped me understand something crucial. Your retirement years aren't bonus time to rest. They're the payoff for all those working years, but you have to actively claim them. You have to build a life worth living. So I started small, really small. I decided to give myself one project a day, just one thing that mattered. Monday, organized my garage. Took me 4 hours, and when I was done, I felt good, accomplished. Tuesday, I called an old friend I hadn't talked to in years. We met for coffee. Talked for 2 hours. Wednesday, I fixed a wobbly chair that had been broken for months. 15-minute job I'd been putting off forever. Small things, but they gave me purpose. They gave me structure. They reminded me I could still do things, still contribute, still matter. Then I got bolder. I started volunteering at a local food bank one morning a week. Just sorting donations, nothing fancy. But it got me out of the house, got me around people, gave me something to look forward to. I joined a woodworking class at the community center. Always wanted to learn proper furniture making. Now I'm making stuff for the grandkids. My wife and I started taking walks every evening after dinner, just 30 minutes around the neighborhood. We talk more now than we have in years. Here's what I realized. The best years of retirement aren't about doing nothing. They're about finally doing the things that matter to you, not to your boss, not to your company. Now I see other retirees making 3 big mistakes until they realize they've been doing nothing for months. Don't wait. Start something. Anything. Second mistake. Isolating themselves. Work gives you social connections whether you realize it or not. When that goes away, you've got to replace it. Join something. Volunteer somewhere. Stay connected to people. Third mistake, thinking they're too old to start new things. I'm learning woodworking at 67. My wife started painting at 70. A guy in my class is 72 and learning guitar. You're not too old. You're just scared. Do it anyway. Here's something else I learned. Time moves differently when you're retired. Days can feel long, but years fly by incredibly fast. I've been retired 3 years, and I swear it feels like 6 months. That's because without structure, without purpose, without things marking your days as different from each other, time just disappears. My friend Frank, the TV watcher, he's been retired for 4 years. And he can't tell you what he's done with that time. It's just gone. Meanwhile, I can tell you exactly what I've done. I've built 3 pieces of furniture. I've volunteered over 150 hours. I've reconnected with a dozen old friends. I've read 20 books. I've taken hundreds of walks with my wife. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying I'm living my retirement. I'm not letting it slip away. Every morning I wake up with purpose, something to do, something to look forward to. That makes all the difference. So if you're retired and you're feeling lost, this is your wake-up call. Stop wasting your best years. You don't need a grand plan. You don't need to climb mountains or travel the world. You just need something that gets you out of bed with purpose, something that makes you feel useful. Something that connects you to other people. Start tomorrow, not next week. Tomorrow. Pick one thing you've been meaning to do. Fix something. Call someone. Learn something. Create something. Help someone. Just one thing. Then the next day, do another thing. Build momentum. Build structure. Build a life. Because here's the hard truth. You've probably got somewhere between 10 and 25 good years left. Years where you're healthy enough and capable enough to really live. Don't spend them in a recliner. Don't spend them watching other people live on TV. Don't spend them waiting. I'm 67. I feel better now than I did at 64 when I was still working but dreading retirement. I'm happier. I'm healthier. I'm more connected to my wife, my family, my community. Not because I'm doing anything extraordinary, but because I decided that retirement was going to be the best part of my life, not the end of it. Most retirees waste their best years. Please don't be one of them. Thanks for listening, folks. Now get out there and build the retirement you deserve.